Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today is April 10th, and right now we're looking at the infrared satellite imagery. You can see some mid-level clouds moving across the area. Frontal system up into the Pacific Northwest. We'll clip northern portions here, then we're going to take a look at where we're headed to this on in through this weekend and on in through early next week, as we may have some interesting shower activity across some of the state. We'll dive into those details as we go through the video here this morning, taking a look at the GOES 18 visible satellite imagery. Look at Mount Shasta and look at some of the snow-capped mountains out there. Again, some of the mid-level clouds moving across the region. You got the marine there bouncing around the coastal areas, hit and miss. Some places with sunshine, some places kind of in that stratus layer, and you can see this all the way down across Southern California coastline as well, and some of these mid-level clouds streaming through. But yeah, kind of interesting that you can see such detail on the GOES 18 satellite imagery. Fun stuff. And if you want to help support the channel, go to the Patreon link down below. I'll be posting all the daily updates on here. It gives you notifications when I do post these videos as well. So if you want to help support the channel, go ahead and check that out. Become a member. Now, chance of max temperature greater than 80 degrees. You can see the percentages as we go through Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Sunday and Monday, look at those percentages really bump up there for Redding. Look at that, 95% both days. Chico, 90% both days as well. So yeah, we are going to be on the warm side of things here. More on that here in a moment. And just a good reminder here from Las Vegas National Weather Service, don't leave your children and pets in the car ever. And yeah, don't forget all this stuff here. Just a nice reminder there from the National Weather Service, Las Vegas. Now, if we take a look here at the Europeans, we're going to look at the European first, then the GFS. But if we go through Friday afternoon, you can kind of see some of these showers out there. Could get a lightning strike or two with some of this activity. And then we scroll on in towards Saturday afternoon. You might get a straight lightning strike out of some of that. We go through Sunday afternoon right there. You see some of these showers continue to pop up in central Nevada as well. And then we go through Monday afternoon again, kind of the repeat there, and those could be thunderstorms. And we go through Tuesday afternoon, and we have an upper level low around, and this could try to increase some of the shower activity. And again, this would have thunderstorm potential as we go through Tuesday afternoon, and we'd likely repeat that again Wednesday. Now, looking at the GFS, it does show something here Friday night here across the northern Sacramento Valley and some of the higher terrain there. And then as we go on in towards Sunday afternoon, you see the GFS doesn't show much in the way of shower activity there. Monday afternoon, nothing. But as we go on in through Tuesday, you can kind of see that pop up there across the Sierra Nevada. And this would be thunderstorm activity most likely. I'll show you why this is happening here in a moment as well. And then we go through Wednesday afternoon again across the higher terrain. Thunderstorms kicking off across the Sierra Nevada Thursday as well. And maybe including the transverse and the peninsular range here, and some of the desert areas could be under the gun for a thunderstorm or two as well. And you kind of see that upper level low starting to kick off some interesting weather as we go through the end of the upcoming week there hanging out. So that would be an interesting storm there. We'll continue to watch that. Don't want to get too excited about it just yet, but it is on the radar and we will be watching closely. If we look at lightning flash density potential, here we go on in through Friday afternoon and then Friday night. Check it out there. Maybe northern Sacramento Valley under the gun for a few thunderstorms there. And then we go on to Saturday afternoon. There's Sunday. You can see the Sierra Nevada starts to become a little bit more active. There's Monday afternoon as well. Starts to get down even towards the transverse range. And then we go to Tuesday afternoon and even more widespread activity there. And then again, we're going to have the upper level low around, which could start to even increase precipitation chances across a lot of the Southwest, including some of the desert areas. So if we take a look at what is going on, 18,000 feet or 500 millibars, there goes the system in the Pacific Northwest. This is what's known as a ridge. And you can kind of see this very weak, almost like a long wave trough, but it is quite weak. And it kind of hangs out. And this low gets cut off here. So that's what's going to help kick off some of this thunderstorm activity. This weak troughing right there. And then we got this upper level low spinning off the coast of Southern California as we go through the upcoming week. And just kind of hanging out there in that system. That's what the GFS shows being fairly impactful as we move on in through next week. So we'll be watching that storm very closely. Again, don't want to get into too much detail on that just yet, but we will be watching it. Now look at daily 2-meter max temperatures. You can see 80s today all the way up to the Sacramento Valley, some upper 80s down towards Bakersfield, warmer for the desert, of course. And we go through Friday, look at some of Southern California. Get away from the coastal areas and you're getting up into the mid 80s, maybe some places touching 90 degrees as well. There's Saturday, a little bit of a cool down there. And then we go Sunday, Monday, temperatures remain elevated as we go through the upcoming week with the cutoff low off the coast. coastline. And again, these temperatures are going to depend just on how impactful the storm is and how many clouds is spreading back up and across the region as we go through the upcoming week. So taking a look at 2-meter temperature anomaly. So when we're in the reds, we're above normal. You can kind of see how a lot of the state is above normal as we go through this weekend and through the upcoming week here. Coastal areas below normal actually, but a lot of the interior above normal as we go through next week. So if we take a look at the artificial intelligence here, so this goes out a bit further. There goes that system. And you can see as we go through, let's see, so we're about Monday afternoon there. Again, that thunderstorm potential for the Sierra Nevada. We go on into Tuesday afternoon. Again, it is apparent off in through central Nevada. We go on in through Wednesday afternoon again. And then we go to Thursday afternoon yet again. And then we go on into Friday afternoon. And you notice the artificial intelligence is not as dramatic with that storm system as what the GFS was showing, but it does have those showers and thunderstorm potential. And then we have some troughing here dropping down across some of the northwest and the extended. We'll see what kind of impacts that would have if that does come into fruition. Snow depth in inches, it's that time of year. If I scroll through this and restart it, you can kind of see that snow melt starting to take place here. It is that time of the year where we start to melt things off across the higher terrain, and you can see that reflected here. Statewide snowpack here, we're pretty close to normal there. You can see 99% of average, not doing too bad. There's the central and northern and the statewide snowpack, and you see the southern region snowpack a bit below normal here as of April 9th. And there's the 6 to 10 day above normal. There's the below normal signal there, but again, some areas could be getting some decent precipitation during this time frame. Again, depending on how things line up. There's the 8 to 14 day as well. 8 to 14 day precipitation. That below normal signal continues to be there. Now, if we look at the drought monitor here, so you can see California. Watch this area here across some of the desert areas, southeast California. You can see how it did get removed here. We got rid of some of that extreme drought and dropped it back down towards severe drought. So that's nice to see there, and and nothing too much here, but any improvement definitely helps. But yeah, anyway, we'll break everything down again tomorrow. Some fun weather watching here maybe coming up. I know some storm chasers maybe want to go out and check out some of that thunderstorm activity as we go through this upcoming weekend and on in through next week. So we'll continue to watch that day by day. What else? I guess that's all I got for you, and I'll talk to you guys again tomorrow.